Kapaitin. Kapaiting mapanti. Where's it? Good morning and welcome back to another video. In this video we're gonna get started by clipping the sheep tails and giving Barbara a kissy. Yes, we love you, Barbara. So there is a skin on the tail.
Yeah.
You see it?
Yeah, before that skin?
After that, yeah. But yeah, I think so. Just don't do it too much instead. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. I know. I don't want to do it.
Put it down?
Okay. One is done. It's okay. I think that's perfect. Yeah. Come,
Next.
the boy. He's right here. Okay.
What's this one?
Next. Big boy. Big boy. Okay? Big boy is done. Yo. Okay. I'm so sorry. I love the long tails. I love the long tails, but it's not the healthiest. So.
I showed that earlier, it's much easier. It's not so much long wool.
Yeah.
And I think the skin is more deeper. Sorry.
It's okay. If you're new into farming or you don't know what we did right now, it's called tail clipping, and that means that we put a rubber on the tail with the tool that David used. I hope we filmed it good enough because I wanted to hold them so it goes a bit faster and they also don't panic too much. So yes, what we did, we put a rubber on the tails and the tails are gonna fall off in a few weeks. The reason why we did it is because the wool on the tail gets too much and the tail's getting too big, which makes them not able to lift up for them to do their business. So it gets covered, and that is a big problem in summer where the flies can make nests and that can get very, very nasty. I don't remember how it was called, we saw in one of the videos. It's disgusting and it can be life-threatening for the sheep. So we decided, I don't know, I like the long tails, especially in that girly. She has like a little brown, but it's for the best, and the earlier you do it, the better. And yeah, you're gonna do it later. Later is gonna be more like a surgery. So now they don't gonna feel much. It's like you putting a rubber on your finger, and after a while it gets numb. So I'm feeling so bad for them, but it's for the best. They don't seem to care even, and that's the least painful way. You use the same tool and the same technique to cut the boys' balls off. I don't know how to say it the more proper way. We will see if we're gonna be doing it, or if we're gonna be selling the guys, or we're gonna chop some balls off from some guys. So I don't know the proper way of saying it, so I'm saying it the most understanding way. But yeah, for castrating you have to wait 2 months before you can do it, because their uterus is still growing and it's gonna stop the development. But if you want to sell them for meat, it doesn't really matter, because anyways you're gonna butcher them, so the problem does not affect. But yeah, we don't want to butcher them, so we're gonna wait for 2 months. Yeah. We have 1 week later and the tails are still on. Yeah, I'm sorry, I just have to. They haven't fallen off yet, but since the day we did it, and I think the first seconds, not even the first seconds, it was absolutely no problem. We were here all day, we were working on things, so we kept an eye on them. They did not show any signs of discomfort, so I think it's all fine. And by the time this video goes up, this little guy, our last one, will be 1 month old. There's a big difference between you two guys, huh? Yo? And as you see, they really like us, they follow me, and we play quite a bitty. So let's move over to the goats. Hoppity. Marshmallow, why are you stealing Sparky's hay? I also wanted to give you a little update of 2 weeks I think we have of having the feeders and how everything has been working. Everything has been working really good. The feeders, we feed them twice a day. The second time we don't feed them so much because the first time we pack it really a lot and compact it, so it's a bit harder for them to pull out a lot of hay. So we feed them twice a day, and for some reason, for 2 weeks now, it seems like those two girls have been very wasteful because we feed them at the same time, but for some reason they have their feeder full where they have their feeder empty. And by wasteful I don't mean like it gets destroyed. I mean they put it on their floor, which they sleep on, where on that side we have to add a bit of hay just to always keep it very clean for them, where they just do it themselves. So it's like a waste, but not really a waste. And that's their night playground over here. We close the white door behind David, so they pretty much have that for the night because we don't want them to go, because we haven't closed the window, so we don't want them running around too much. So anyways, for the night they sleep, and we don't close the doors so they can still play all together in the night in case they get a bit active. But yeah, we actually had one little escape, and which was Marshmallow, that you will see now. Marshmallow, 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 what did you do? Who did this? So as you can see, Marshmallow escaped from her side to Sparky's side, and I have already fed them and everything, but when I walked in, all the babies were chilling in there, and she had the best reaction, like she knew she messed up. But Marshmallow, that was way easier than I thought, and I had to do it all by myself. So what I pretty much did, I opened this one gate, and then the other one I touched here, so she had only one option to get in there. Very good. Let's see if she does that again. If she does that, then we'll have to definitely extend that. I really don't know how she jumped over, but I mean, it's not that hard for her. Where do you think you're going? Charlie? Charlie. Hey, what did you do, Charlie boy?
Some of you are asking and wondering why we don't put all the goats all in one place, like this whole place. We could just open it all up, all the gates. It might seem like they're in prison, but that's literally the best way for them. We have goats that are more dominant with the horns. Oh, Jesus. So the ones with the horns will always dominate the other ones. Even the black horned one will dominate the other horned one. Let's just say it like that. They are very aggressive, especially when it comes to food. Lima, whenever we had everything open, she would be running from feeder to feeder, punching everyone, kicking the sheep out. It would just be a nightmare. These things we don't of course show because these are not the most fun things to be watching.
No, and it's,
a goat bullying other goats.
Yeah, and we have to be hands-on to keep her away, so we just don't film those parts.
So imagine with the babies, if all the babies and all the moms would be allowed to go around, it's just Lima running around punching all the moms and the babies. There's no place for the babies to run that they think is safe. Now they have a house where they run in and they think it's safe. Same thing for Marshmallow and Trixie, some of the ones that get punched the most. They can eat their hay peacefully, they can sleep and they know it's their place and they do not care about being locked. As outside there's nothing to do and it's really cold outside. No one wants to be outside in this weather when it's raining, it's minuses, it's, you know, all these weathers that are going through, they're nothing that is pleasing to be outside. So it's, yeah, this is the best way we can have them. If it was a big giant barn, yes, you could have them all together with big feeders where they could keep their distances. In big farms it works, but in small scenarios like this is the best way. And the space we have for them is more than most farms would provide for each goat. And we've been to a lot of farms and there is some much more cruel conditions. And yeah, so we love them. Yeah, we want the best for them. So don't worry that we are like locking them in, but this is best for them. We know how they act. Like after the camera is turned off, we know how they act overall. So if they would be all together fine and peaceful, there would be no harming, no bullying. They would be all together. There would be zero problems about it. Some of you have also asked the question, why are they not allowed to go outside, or why are they not outside? I've seen our farms having their going outside. Of course, the weather everywhere is different, and we are pretty up north, so we have very cold weather still, and our spring is not here for another month at least, like any signs of a spring at least. For now, there's not even a single bit of grass coming out, nothing for them to do outside, so like nothing to eat. Only reason for them to go outside is to stretch their legs and run around. But the weather outside has been really cold, extremely wet, extremely windy. As you have seen, the storm has gone through Europe, so it's been really windy. And that is not a weather for anyone to be outside or anyone to want to do anything. Yeah. So we still have snow, we still have minuses, and tonight it gets up to -10 sometimes. So it's not a weather to be outside. Of course, it's hard to tell that in the video. Like, what's the weather outside? It might be sun shining through the window, but outside could be snowing or it could be minuses. So, of course, it's all unknown. And loads of videos are filmed over many days. One day we get rain, one day we get snow. The weather here is really unpredictable. So, but in most cases, it's not a weather you want to spend outside. Especially for moms and especially for the kids. They are scared of the outside. So, they would definitely not be going outside now. When the spring comes, we're going to be super happy. They'll be outside. They're going to eat grass. They're going to eat all the new flowers. Anything that comes out. But for now, they just have to eat their hay. And they have their extra food, they have their vitamins, we give them a lot of things.
Crackers,
so it's not like we don't give them anything, they're in prison, they're like they don't get food, they're starving. There's not a problem at all.
Salt, hay, they have everything they need. And we love them and we want the best for them. That's why they're not going outside now.
So yeah, there's no reason for them to be outside right now. They are eating their winter food. This is completely normal in southern countries, like where it's all year more or less good weather. Of course, animals can be outside, the grass grows all year, and there's everything fine. But here, we have to keep them in.
Yeah, we have weather switch is very strong.
They could live outside,
of course.
But it's just not the most humane way. Sheep, for example, they're an animal that could be outside, right? No problem at all.
Like our boys are outside currently.
But they just have nothing to do outside. Also, the sheep.
They're bored.
Yeah, there's no reason for us to let them outside, because they would just be running around the field, eating whatever grass is there still, you know. Eat it till it's black, and there's no other reason. Like, sending them out, it's just more work for us because it's harder for us to feed them, They're gonna be always soaking wet. They're gonna drag their babies around the
sick.
fields.
Yeah, and the mud. We have insane mud. They're gonna get all muddy, and we're scared they're gonna get sick because it's windy, rainy.
So the big sheep, they could survive no problem, but babies, we have to take care of them. It's our responsibility. The sheep moms, they don't understand that it's bad weather outside. It's just something that you have to learn to deal with. You have to lock the animal in if it's for their safety.
Yes. You hear that? You're
punching me all the time. So yeah, that's pretty much it with this video. I hope it was not too much talking, too much information. So our 2-year anniversary is coming up now, so we are 2 years here exactly, and we want to do a live stream and answer some of your questions live and talk. So we're gonna make a poll that you can check out and choose the time and the date that's the best for you, Saturday or Sunday.
We're not sure.
Yeah, because we're not sure exactly which one is the best, and the time most likely is gonna be morning for us. And I think that's like afternoon, evening for American time, for example. And other places it's different completely. So yeah, you can choose the best time, and we're gonna again go by that time. We're gonna start on that time, so everyone gets a chance to get on or watch it after if not. But yes, I hope you enjoyed. We're gonna see you in the next one. See you later. Bye bye.